Special call meeting of the General Council of the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma on April 24th, 2024 to order. And I ask the Secretary to give the roll call.
Leetta Sampson. Here. Anthony Conley.
Here.
John Narkemy.
Here.
Rena Tiger. Here. Anastasia Pittman. Terry Edwards. Ida Gonzalez. Here. Nancy Fixico.
Here.
Leon Petit.
Here.
Joseph Billy.
Here.
Dolores Harjo. Did you get my email on that? Dolores wasn't going to be here. Karen Fulbright.
Here.
Ann Borba.
Here.
Stephanie Lambert.
Here.
Sina Yeslith.
Here.
Lottie Cootie. Marilyn Moore. Ensign Lena.
Here.
David Frank.
Here.
Wayne Shaw. Tiffany Thunder. Catherine McCoy.
Here.
Charlie Hill.
Here.
Tommy Chupko.
Here.
Danita Harjo.
Here.
Willis Dethridge.
Here.
Desiree Emerton.
Here.
I have 22 yeses, 5 absent.
With a count of 22 present and 5 absent, I declare that we have a quorum. If everybody would stand, we'll go to the Lord in prayer. I want to also ask that the council remember those that are amongst us who lost close relations over the course of the last week. Council Representative Lambert, of course, her mother left this walks of life, so remember her in prayer. Do we have a volunteer to take us to prayer this evening? Do we have a volunteer? Yes. Mr. Franks, Representative Franks. Amen. You may be seated. Okay, reading of the minutes of the last meeting, 11/2/2020. Is that correct? 11/2/2023.
Yeah.
And 3/2/2024. Is that correct? Do we have what is the desire of the council?
I make a motion to approve the minutes of November 2nd, 2023, and the minutes of March 2nd, 2024.
There has been a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
A second. The motion was made by Representative Gonzalez and seconded by Representative Sampson to approve both sets of minutes. Secretary, call the roll.
Leetta Sampson.
Yes.
Anthony Conley.
Yes.
John Narkemy.
Yes.
Rena Tiger.
Yes.
Anastasia Pittman. Terry Edwards. Ida Gonzalez.
Yes.
Nancy Fixico.
Yes.
Leon Petit.
Abstain.
Joseph Billy.
Abstain.
Dolores Harjo. Karen Fulbright.
Yes.
Ann Borba.
Yes.
Stephanie Lambert.
Yes.
Sina Yeslith.
Yes.
Lottie Cootie. Marilyn Moore. Ensign Lena.
Yes.
David Frank.
Yes.
Tiffany Thunder.
Abstain.
Wayne Shaw,
Abstain.
Catherine McCoy,
Abstain.
Charlie Hill,
Abstain.
Tommy Chupko,
Yes.
Danita Harjo,
Yes.
Willis Dethridge,
Yes.
Desiree Emerton.
Yes.
I have 17 yeses, 0 nos, 6 abstain.
With a count of 17-0 and six abstentions, I declare that that measure has passed. That's the approval of November 23 minutes and also the March 2nd, 2024 minutes. Unfinished business. This is TR 2023-77, and this was a resolution that originally, I think, had its context in a verbal resolution, and it was withdrawn. It was taken up by another tribal representative, and then bounced back and forth. We had some things happen in the area of the extensions of December of last year that was exhausted. Those extensions are declared by the Assistant Secretary of Indian Affairs, and as far as the nation was concerned, we could not go past that because that's the for a HIP program, program with the ARPA funds. But what we do have is this before us. It was tabled. The most practical thing is we bring it off the table to discuss it in a manner of community investment, which can go into similar programs that was run by HIP, or even expanded programs that can actually build homes. It cannot have the HIP language in it, though. Do we want to bring this off the table, have it withdrawn, or exactly what is it that the council desires?
Miko, I was never talked to about this, like I mentioned at the last council meeting, that nobody told me I was going to withdraw, and so therefore I'm going to leave it on, table until the June quarterly meeting, where I work out things with the AG.
It will, of course, it won't. It cannot have the language of HIP in it, but it can have the language of neighborhood investment. And if we do it in that format, then whatever the council would appropriate to a program of that type can be extended to the 2026 date of ARPA, and it won't fall in that December 31st, 2024 period. So I know, Wayne, you had a lot of travel the last month or so, and folks, was having a difficult time even just getting together to discuss this. So you're going to keep it on the table. You're going to keep it on the table. Our recommendation under the final rules and the guidelines of ARPA is to bring it back under something very much different than how it was proposed. But we can sit down and talk about that. And we can do that at the June quarterly meeting, like you said.
It would be different since I was a sponsor of this bill.
Yes.
If somebody would have said something to me, but I've got nothing from the administrative office, nor have I got anything from the Attorney General's office. Until today, I spoke with her and I told her I was going to leave it on the table until the June meeting. And I think that out of respect or leaving me and the sponsor out of the loop, it's disrespect to anybody in here the same way.
Well, actually, this particular resolution, even back until December, was out of order and probably shouldn't have continued on, even on the table. From a legitimate point of view. But anyway, it's on the table. That was the desire of the sponsor. Still on the table. Okay, we have no reports of the committees. We have new business. We have TR 2024-23. Member of the Finance Committee, please. 2024-23.
A tribal resolution of the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma approving budget modification of the Seminole Nation DHHS care budget and incorporate of said budget in the fiscal year 2024 comprehensive budget and authorizing correction. I make a motion to approve and ask for a second.
I second.
We have a motion to approve TR 2024-23, and we have a second. Representative Gonzalez and Representative Fixico. We're in discussion. I see none. See no hands raised. This is Tribal Resolution 2024-23. Secretary, call the roll.
Leetta Sampson.
Yes.
Anthony Conley.
Yes.
John Narkemy.
Yes.
Rena Tiger.
Yes.
Ida Gonzalez.
Yes.
Nancy Fixico.
Yes.
Leon Petit.
Yes.
Joseph Billy. Karen Fulbright.
Yes.
Ann Borba.
Yes.
Stephanie Lambert.
Yes.
Sina Yeslith.
Yes.
Lottie Cootie. Marilyn Moore. Henson Lena.
No.
David Frank.
No.
Tiffany Thunder.
Yes.
Wayne Shaw.
Yes.
Catherine McCoy.
Abstain.
Charlie Hill.
Abstain.
Tommy Chupko.
Yes.
Danita Harjo.
Yes.
Willis Dethridge.
Yes.
Desiree Emerton.
Yes.
I have 18 yeses, 0 nos, 3 abstain.
With a count of 18 yes, 0 no's, and 3 abstentions, I declare TR 2024-23 to have passed.
Chair, I thought I heard some council reps vote no on that particular measure.
Check the count again, would you?
Okay. I have 18 yeses, 2 nos, 3 abstain.
Okay, with a correction, with a count of 18 yes, 2 no's, and 3 abstentions, I declare 2024-23 to have passed. TR 2024-24, introduced by the Finance Committee.
Chair, I'd like to introduce TR 2024 and 25 together because they're both based on the same resolution that was passed in 2016. This is just the continuation of that previous resolution.
Are there any objections to passing both TR 24 and TR 25 together since they're germane to one another? Representative Petit?
Chair, I think we need to discuss each of these separately because my band had some questions about 24. And I mean, I don't
Well, we
object to other than we need to discuss that. And we were one,
can
goes in discussion, we just have some questions.
we can still pass the both of them together and still discuss what your band has interest in on 24. Okay. I see no objection to passing them together. We will open up for discussion for both of these resolutions at this time.
Need a second.
Did we get a second on that? Okay. We have a motion by Representative Gonzalez, seconded by Representative Fixico, and then indication by Representative Petit that discussion on 25. So the floor is open to the council to discuss either or of these resolutions. Representative Shaw.
I'd like to know how they already pre-picked 4 homes. What kind of a process did they go through? Did they give the chance to the our constituents, our Seminole people? And then the other one is, why are we going to fix up 10 new or like new homes? If they're already new or like new, they shouldn't need any kind of repairs at this time or anything. So,
A lot of times on that, and I think you probably heard that intertribal, there could be some challenges for funding in that particular area in the future. IHS has always had programs when there was new homes being built or like new homes, and maybe there was something to do with the sewage, maybe getting a water line to it, hooking up to rural water, hooking up to maintenance rural water, and possibly even city water inside of town. But that has always been a process, but they would have went by the procedures that's set within a tribal law to go by.
How did we pick those 4 homes out of 18,000 Seminole?
I would think that we went through the application process, Representative Shaw, just as they all do. There's no shortcuts when it comes to waiting list, as we all know, with housing. Housing can have a long time before you ever get served within housing. And these, they have guidelines and a process that they have to adhere to as well. Representative Narcomi, then Representative Petit.
As far as the process of choosing these names, these homes, there is a process. I mean, as the chairman stated, there is a process through the Indian Health Service. A homeowner, if they have either poor or no access to water otherwise, they can apply to the Indian Health Service, and they go through a screening process, and they are allotted, or they are awarded the process of investigating for sanitation services. I'm familiar with this process because when I lived in Spokane, Washington, I lived at a homestead that they had this situation, and so I became familiar with. I helped them through this process, so I was very familiar with how it went and all the steps that a family has to go through to be selected for this process. And it starts off with contacting the Indian Health Service and establishing an application process. It's open to anybody that has a need, but they first have to apply.
We have Representative Petit, but we also have the director of that program, Ms. Summer Jennings. So would the council like to have her come and possibly expound a little more on some of the questions that's been presented? Is that the desire of the council? Okay, Ms. Jennings, if you would come forward. There's a microphone here in the front. And Mr. Petit, go ahead and address your question to Ms. Jennings.
Okay, well, I can understand some of the explanations given by Representative Narcomi, but to kind of lay back on some of the questions that Representative Shaw indicated, some in my band wondered about, was this not, I guess, information given to the band chiefs to spread to their bands so they could bring people to be more aware of this program available? Because I think communication's been one of the biggest problems that I've seen since I've been here. And I just felt like now, they talk about, well, it was posted on the internet. Well, they saw it on the internet, those that I have in my band that had that capability of reaching it. But then there's many members in our bands that they don't have cell communication through internet, Wi-Fi's and stuff like that. And those are the ones that I would feel would be the ones that would need this most. And that's, like I said, I don't know if the process is closed already for the applications or how that was arrived at or anything, but that's just a question that my band's always said is we just need to communicate more with these people and let them know of this process, because I just learned tonight what Representative Narcomi said. I wouldn't have known that.
So the process is ongoing all the time. The applications are always available. services going through the ARPA project at that time. So for our existing, that project that only has the 4 homes, because I think that's the one that's like, why are we serving 4 homes? Because there's so many more people that need those services. ARPA was in full force and was taking care of a lot of those services. Next year's project will be much bigger. That was just, so for these projects to get the funding from Indian Health Service, we have to have applicants that have never been served before, meet certain criteria. The system has to be failing, there has to be deficiencies. So every year during our window cycle or funding cycle window, we just pull through all of our applications, pull all the ones out that meet that criteria that we could submit for funding and try to get the maximum amount that we can.
Could you tell me how many applications that you had? Was it just the 4?
Well, we had a whole lot, but like I said, ARPA was taking care of, we served nearly 100 people under the ARPA project. So and that's little things, repairs, just restoring service, all the way up to full new installations, total rehabs, everything in between. So, but we had 4 that met the criteria to be able to ask the Indian Health Service for the funding for this particular project.
But you just stated this is 2023 funding and stuff. So does that mean that the people that we have that are in need now of this type of service are going to have to wait another year?
So, and that's a typical wait time for our services. The way the Indian Health Service would like for us to do it is we get an application and we don't do anything until we go through this funding process, which is usually about a year out. So, and our funding cycle closes on July 1st. They have been extending it to August, September in recent years. However, they did let us know that they are not going to be doing that. We have our applications in the office, we go through those, and we just, all the ones that we can submit to try to get, like I said, as much funding as possible, we do that. And that, the funding that comes in is not restricted to those who were put on the project to request the funding. So if somebody fell off that project, we could replace them with a new application. Say somebody put in their application, we've already gone through our funding cycle, we have our project here, we have the funds available. They don't have to wait because we have those funds. They have a need, deficiency, servicing sewage, and a health hazard, we can put them on that project.
Could your office make it a kind of a project to notify the band chiefs so that they can relay that to their band members so that that information can be available for those that may want to apply for the next year of service? Could you make that a priority, that be done? Because like I said, not everybody in this nation has internet access and can get on the website. And I think that there's a lot that are probably in dire need tonight that would appreciate if that could even be considered.
Well, and we are always taking applications, and anytime those funds are available, we try to provide services, especially whenever there's health hazards, risk, things like that. We don't have emergency services, we're not funded to provide emergency services, but we try whenever it's a health risk. Yes, to answer your question.
Well, like I said, it's mainly communication. The people just need to know what's available. And, you know, those people normally don't have access to, you know, they're not going to be able to Google it or whatever because they don't have internet access probably in their area and probably aren't well versed in how to operate a computer. But like I said, I just asked that our people just get more communication so that they can make application for these because, you know, you've already stated it goes through the IHS. So that's something what he just explained tonight. I wasn't aware of that. That wasn't explained in the information I received, but thank you. Yield.
Representative Fulbright.
Now, the funding that we get, it's like after the fact. I mean, after an application comes in, and as council representatives, we all have a duty to reach out to our people and let them know what resources we have at the tribe, you know. It's not like, okay, we're going to apply for just turn in your applications. because they go by need. They go by need, and there's more than one project also, correct? I mean, it just depends on what the need is.
So I just breaks it down into different project types based on the type of structure. A new construction home type is being built, and then an existing home that's there with an existing system and deficiencies. Your undeveloped land, where a system has never been installed before, that kind of is the big difference between the two funding types. And I will say, right now, turn in all the, let everyone know, turn in your applications, because it is time for us to submit for a new project. The more applications we have that meet that criteria that I can put on this project, they're so specific on who I can put on these projects, that will help us to be able to get more funding to provide more services.
Yeah, the more applications you got, the more funding you can get. And it's, like you said, it's not a fast fix. I mean, if you're applying to get your septic, if it's failing, you just turn your application in and hope, you know, you're on next year's funding. But the ARPA money did help out a lot of people because it did cover pumping your septic and stuff that preventative, which I wish we could have the money to fund, because that would save a lot of people a lot of money. And, you know.
Yes, and making repairs.
Making those, right.
Our services are restricted to new installations or total rehab renovations.
Correct.
We have Representative Yeslith, Representative Fixico, then Representative Cootie.
Talking about no access to internet, I'm sure you run a monthly ad on the radio or in the newspaper. If not, that's a suggestion. Also, flyers within our main buildings with probably applications. Those are some suggestions to reach out to other people.
Representative Fixico.
The rural areas need a lot of help, I understand, because they're not cooked up in the city lines and et cetera. And I know Indian Health Services used to go out to them areas and help them with these issues. Water, sewer, lagoon, those are really needed in them areas. And I'm thinking that's what you're trying to do right here. And that's what they always have used and use you for those rural areas. And I know a lot of people in the rural areas that did help and consult y'all. So I'm aware of this, and I just want to explain that to them also. Thank you.
Representative Cootie.
When an applicant is selected, does somebody go out and do the research on the home to make sure what their needs are?
Yes, ma'am. So myself or somebody within the program, sometimes a contractor that is on a, or even a contractor that is contracted with us to do site visits, but usually that initial, the very first site visit is always myself or somebody, staff within the program, to go make that initial evaluation, see what's there, what's needed, what maybe is not needed, whatever would be there.
Well, I know that a lot of times people come to me and say, you know, they're working or the phone's not working and, you know, running more careful and all this stuff, you know. And I often wonder, you know, within the housing, we've got a housing, if they would go out and check these homes. I mean, if the applicant would go in or the property member would go in and say, hey, you know, my bathroom is not working, if we have maintenance, you know, before it gets too far down the road and it costs more money to fix it, I
only funds us for exterior sanitation facilities. So we're actually not funded to go inside the home or doing any interior plumbing or anything of that nature. It's all exterior services.
I will say that, you know, we pull where the resources are. If someone comes in and says, this is my situation, and this program is not able to assist them, then obviously we reach out to housing to see on their particular programs that they have. And at times, members have been able to be assisted that way. We definitely try to pool whatever resources we have to be able to try to address the needs. There's always, you know, the question of existing revenues and funds to fund everything. But the thing of it is yes, we try very hard to meet the need. Sometimes the exhaustion of funds is always seems to be a problem. But what I would suggest to the council, if you wanted to, we have. That was a very effective program with the ARPA funds because there was less restrictions, not like all the restrictions that IHS places upon them. So that's why they were able to serve so many people, you know, within a certain period of time. If the council so deemed a desire to do it, they could appropriate some more of those funds to do so. Now, what we would have to do if we didn't do it under the neighborhood investment portion, we would have to, of course, provide those services, you know, by a certain time, and there might have to be something within that. I would say in the next 6, 8, 7 months, you could expend and exhaust, you know, an appropriation from the council fairly easy with the existing applications that you have. It probably would be very easy to do. The other thing is, of course, with Emergency Tribal Assistance, ARPA, they have just run out of the funds. Here we are coming up against, you know, the summertime with heat on the way. So that's something that the council could consider. It may not have to be the amount that you have appropriated in the past, but if you wanted to consider that, those programs have actually tangibly touched people's lives in both the emergency travel assistance and then, of course, the services under ARPA, under environmental health. So that should be a consideration, you know, of the council, if they so desired, to keep this going with some of the existing funds we have left with ARPA. I see, yes, Representative Cootie.
One of the things that this gentleman I was talking to, and he was saying that he didn't have running water or electricity, and I don't know how long he was out with water and electricity. And I said, well, your council or someplace, he said, they will help me. You know, what's the sense in bothering you? So I don't know that I know we have to pay the electric bill on our own, you know, and that's when you go to social service, it's only 1 time a year. So that, I mean, it may help you 1 month, but, you know, after that, you have to wait a whole year. And that was one of the things I found out. And so I don't know what happened to this gentleman, but he didn't have no running water or electricity. So, I mean, I'm just thinking, you know, sometimes it's like waste money, you know, foolishly and all that. But yes, we can help our own people and everything. And going out into the, out in the country, you know, a lot of homes do need a lot of repairs and everything. So, and like I said again, maybe, you know, a lot of our people, when they're told over the time, they don't want to go back to the asking for it. So, I don't know whether that should, for them to go to the church and later report this or what. I think, like I said again, we'd be making this a upkeep every 6 months or whatever it takes. That's all I'm saying.
Representative Shaw, and then we've just about exhausted our time for this particular item. But Representative Shaw.
Well, what I'm gonna ask is still on her project, but it's almost a year, or maybe it is over a year, that you were supposed to give a report to this council on the infrastructure for our water and sewer for this Mississippi Mission. And we've not seen any of that, and I haven't been able to catch you out here because so many reports, I can't remember which one I got marked. But the thing is, when are we gonna get that report?
projects for the water and wastewater infrastructure, honestly, have been slow moving. There, until recently, there's not been a whole lot to report. I was by myself a lot of the time, and it came up last time that we visited about it. I'm not a design engineer, and there just was the direction on where to go and how to best facilitate those projects is now in place, and there is going to be progress being made now.
Will you have a report for us in the June meeting this time, at the June quarterly?
So by report, are you requesting just a project update, the status, if it's in the design phase, or a design, or just a little bit of details that way I know what you'd like?
I think, Mr. Shaw, are you requesting what the status of the condition of our infrastructure here at Miccosukee Mission is, and the need
Yes.
to address both sewage and possibly, water treatment center type thing?
See, the thing is, everybody's talking, we need money. Well, we got the money for it, it's already allocated. But we've asked this, I say we, maybe it was just me that's asking, but I wanted a report on how we're gonna set this infrastructure up. She'd already been given them marching orders by this council prior to my coming up and talking about it, and I still have not seen anything in place. That's what I'm saying. We've got the money there. We just haven't moved it because we haven't got a report back from her office. And, we're trying to not just frivolously spend that money, but to spend that money on something that's good. This is our home. The Miccosukee Mission, this is our home. We ain't got no land nowhere else in trust. So I'd like to see it be first before I worry about the rest of them. But the thing is,
I think we can bring up what we brought up. It was, I think, actually probably the first resolution under ARPA was water infrastructure at Miccosukee, which failed the vote here on this tribal council. But we can assist you with that as well, Summer, because we got some background information on that. We can bring it back up to need at Miccosukee Mission.
yeah, I'm kind of getting frustrated with it because I've tried to ask people about it. I've been up there at the office. She's not in the office. She's out in the field. She was here. She went down the hall. So, I'm kind of getting frustrated, wasting gas going back from Conowar to Wewoka. And I do that more than once a week. So, but the thing is, this was promised to this council over a year ago, and it has not been produced. So
Actually, when the first resolution come up, there was pretty in-depth information. We can bring that back, and I don't think you was on the council at that time, Wayne. I think that before you came back to take your seat on the council when that came across, if I recall correctly.
I'm not asking. I'm kind of call it demanding, because if I don't do a job for a year, and I'm commanded by this governing body, I'd be down the road. So I think this is something that needs to be addressed. Like I said, this is our home, and it'll always be here unless we go and have somebody foolish enough to go sell it.
The results of that assessment.
That's all I got to say. I yield the floor.
But we have that. We'll send out the last assessment that was figured on Miccosukee Mission. We had a test well drilled and everything back at that time. So we can bring, matter of fact, first part of next week, executive will send that out to you. And then you still get what they're desiring as a report together. Representative Fixico, and then we're going to move on. We have a motion and a second
I
on
was
the
just
floor.
going to stress, I didn't hear Lottie. She needs to use the mic, and it's very important we hear what they say. I just thought I'd bring that to the point again.
Representative Fixico, when we don't talk across the floor and we don't address somebody personally by name, you can ask if everyone would please use their microphones, though. That would be the proper thing to do. But talking across the floor and addressing somebody specifically by their name is not proper etiquette under the rules of order of the General Counsel.
I apologize.
No, you're fine, and I'm just stating, how things are within the code. Representative Cootie, then we're going to go to the vote.
Okay, the only thing is, when that water infrastructure thing came up, our band said no, only because we didn't have a budget on it to show us where the money was going to go and whatever. Our band chief said we have to have an accountability, but at the same time, when whoever did the environmental didn't include veterans, and so this next environmental, whatever it is they have to do before anything can be done. The veteran building's been included for sewer and all that? Will it be included?
Oh, definitely. We've got standing resolutions for that. Matter of fact,
All right. That was one of the things that wasn't on there.
bids for those projects will be going out, and we tend to see those probably being completed, maybe by the first of the year. Yeah. Okay, we're going to go back to the motion in a second for TR 2024 and TR 2025. We have a motion and a second. Secretary, call the roll.
Leetta Sampson. Yes. Anthony Conley.
Yes.
John Narkemy.
Yes.
Rena Tiger.
Yes.
Ida Gonzalez.
Yes.
Nancy Fixico.
Yes.
Leon Petit.
No.
Joseph Billy. Karen Fulbright.
Yes.
Ann Borba.
Yes.
Stephanie Lambert.
Yes.
Sina Yeslith.
Yes.
Lottie Cootie. Henson Lena.
Yes.
David Frank.
Yes.
Tiffany Thunder.
Yes.
Wayne Shaw.
Yes.
Catherine McCoy.
Abstain.
Charlie Hill.
Abstain.
Tommy Chupko.
Yes.
Janita Harjo.
Yes.
Willis Dethridge.
Yes.
Desiree Emerton.
Yes.
I have 18 yeses, 2 noes, 3 abstain.
With a count of 18 yes, 2 noes, and 3 abstentions, I declare that TR 2024-24 and TR 2024-25 have passed. TR 2024-26.
Tribal resolution of the General Council of Seminole Nation of Oklahoma approving a budget for the tribal enrollment CBIB and incorporation of said budget in the fiscal year 2024 comprehensive budget and authorizing appropriation. I make a motion to approve, and I ask for a second.
Second.
There's been a motion by Representative Gonzalez, seconded by Representative Fixico. We're in discussion. This is the enhancement court. Yeah. We do have the Director of Enrollment here today, this evening, and she does have a PowerPoint that I believe she wanted to present. Yes. So we're in discussion. She wants to kind of expound on this particular resolution. You might have to turn that mic on, Ms. Walker. Yeah, you'll have to turn it on. There's a little button there. Please address your questions to Ms. Walker, please. All right, can you stand right here, Shirley? Because it won't go any further than that.
Okay, he missed the first screen there, but this budget is for the enhanced tribal card and redesigning our current enrollment cards. So you have in your packet that tells what the Western Hemisphere Initiative is, and this came about because of 9/11 in 2001, and the Department of Homeland Security and Customs and Border Protection were charged with coming up with ways to get passports, and the Indian Native Americans have special laws to go by to get this enhanced tribal card, and that's federal law that says it's for Native Americans. And on the next screen,
Mark that microphone. I think it's a switch. Next screen, please.
our current enrollment cards do not have security features in them to protect them from fraudulent use, and they have been, some tribes' cards have been reproduced and used to go between the borders, Canada, Mexico, and so currently our tribal enrollment cards can be used for air travel, but not for entry into federal buildings. And the next screen, the enhanced tribal card will be available to qualified enrolled tribal members on a voluntary basis. You can make an application, a special application. You have to be a U.S. citizen, a member of a federally recognized tribe, and verification of identity and principal address by source documents like driver's license, utility bills, same as, and then you have to have an in-person interview. And the next screen, documentation requirements, birth certificate, any document that if you have a name change, divorce, whatever, and state issued driver's license, government issued like a card like Social Security card, CDIB, and Seminole Nation tribal member identification card. And the next screen just shows some counterfeiting features like the watermark, hologram, and microchip can be put in them. And the next screen is just tells you how easy it is to duplicate cards. People can get a printer, a card printer, and then there's several sites you can go to get a fake ID, and if you're willing to pay, they'll give it to you. I've checked out fake IDs on the internet, and there were several of them there. And the next screen is the prototype of the Seminole Nation. This is maybe what we could put on our card, and this was designed by two former chiefs of the Seminole Nation, but we may not use all of this because we can only have a picture that has 6 colors on it, and we can put the seal on there and the photo. And after we get the card designed, it has to be approved by Department of Homeland Security and Customs and Border Protection. And that's it for the enrollment card. And the second part of this is for the revised enrollment card. The next screen.
Next slide, please.
No, it's new revised enrollment card. Well, let's see that, go back to that other one. That other. Okay, the next one. What's the next screen? Okay, this is examples of Muskogee Creek Nation's ETC and the Chickasaw Nation, and you'll see it has the barcode on there and the numbers, and they have a special number. Each card will have that, what is that, ETN number? Okay, so then he's on the screen now for our new enrollment cards. So what we want to do is upgrade and redesign our current cards and add security features like a hologram maybe of the seal, and then we can add a microchip or barcode, and expiration date for the card. The expiration date won't impact membership status. You'll still be a member, but the cards, we need to have an expiration date on them because we need to keep our records current, and people don't always update and they move all over the place. So that's what we do, this barcode, and we should be able to put the CDIB on the reverse only if a tribal member asked for it. And the next screen. This shows our current enrollment cards. We have the tribal membership card, and the reverse of that is under it. We have the Freedman card, citizen card, and the reverse is under that. Then we issue, that's our CDIB card over there. And the next screen. This is a card that has the CDIB on the reverse. You'll see it has the barcode, and we can put on there if they're a veteran, and what else does it have on there? And we can put the social security number on there, but that's optional. Lately, nobody wants their social on there, so we don't do that. But this is an example of the Creeks card and the Choctaw card. And the next screen, that's possible changes that could be made, like the minor card over there. They're just showing the Muskogee Creek Nation reservation instead of having a photograph on there, and we don't put addresses on minor cards, but they have the barcode and expiration dates on them, and I don't know if that one shows or not the veterans. Is that the last one?
Yeah,
Okay. So, are there any questions?
Representative Sampson?
Okay, now you was talking about the Freedman card on there as well?
On which card?
On the last one you showed, the old card and the Freedman card.
Right.
Can you explain to me why the Freedman wouldn't get this card?
No, I can't. They were doing 2 cards when I first went to work in the enrollment office.
Okay. So you cannot explain, since we're enrolled in IHS, as...
Well, now, those 2 documents that he's passed out, now he's thinking that, I'm saying DHS, Department
I
of
know what you're saying.
Homeland Security, and IHS is DHHS.
Correct.
Department of Human and Health Services.
So if you deny...
They're 2 different departments.
It may be 2 different departments, but if you deny the Freedman the card, how are we supposed to get in IHS and housing in other
You're
areas?
gonna have this newly revised card that we're doing. When we get to the point where we revise that card, it will have to come back to this council to approve the design.
So you're saying you haven't designed our cards
We're going to, new revised cards.
to everyone?
Everybody gets new revised card. The enhanced cards are somewhat different.
That don't make sense. I don't understand what you're saying.
We're going to be having new tribal membership cards with the code, with the hologram, with the
Everyone.
Yes, yes. But the enhanced card, which actually a lot of people really don't even get or even want. Some people don't want to go through a Homeland Security background check because that's exactly what you'll do if you're going to have that enhanced card. But yes, all citizens and all members will get a new card. The enhanced card is something totally different that is geared by different regulations
Show that
within the
we
federal.
are eligible for these things, these programs, that we belong to this nation.
Yes, the card that will go to every member and every citizen, Freeman get a card.
But the enhanced tribal card is for Native Americans only. We have that memorandum of agreement.
Well, I don't understand your memorandum either because it goes against the Constitution as well of Seminole Nation, if you read the Constitution. Number 2.
The only way that, obviously, there was a memorandum agreement done during the last administration with Homeland Security, and they had stated, basically the Seminole members that are Indian by blood within that context of that memorandum of agreement. There is a provision for possible modifications or what we call an amendment that could be looked into possibly to expand it to members and citizens possibly. I'm not guaranteeing that Homeland Security will do that, but it could be checked into.
What about CFR 25?
That covers the enhanced tribal card that says it's for Native Americans.
It also says that anyone enrolled in a federally recognized tribe is classified as an Indian.
No, it doesn't say, that's not, it may say that, but in that memorandum of agreement, it's for Native Americans.
Can we get the AG's opinion on that?
Point of order, Chair. We're trying to argue something that's in the future. We're talking about a budget item of $143,000. We need to move on.
Okay, we are close to the time period allowed for this particular item, but on the tribal cards, Freedmen will get new cards.
New cards that do the same thing, right?
Everything that a tribal card would do,
Okay.
you know. It's a
You're
tribal,
saying this.
it's a tribal citizen card, and then there's a tribal members card, and then there's an enhanced card. Those are the 3 items. Those are the 3 different types of cards. Not everybody. I doubt if very many in this room will get an enhanced card. But it's an option for Native Americans, as she was saying. Representative Cootie, then Representative Petit, and then we're going to be moving on to the question at hand. Representative Cootie.
When you go to get your driver's license, now they make you get ID. It's not a driver's license, but on there it says only for identification.
Real ID? Your driver's license is the real ID. You can get it, or you,
You know, they make you get it. I mean, when I got my new driver's license, they said you have to have your ID also. It's a state ID card. And on there, it says identification card only. And the other one is driver's license. And then you choose.
See, Representative Petit, and let's go ahead and move after this this question. You got a question, Representative Petit? Oh, I'm sorry, Representative Conley. Representative Conley did have his hand lifted. I recognize Representative Conley.
Yes, I just want to know, what law prevents the Ravens from getting an enhanced card? Under what law?
Actually, it's a memorandum of agreement with the Homeland Security, and that memorandum was signed in the last administration. As I said, there's a possibility that an amendment could be made to that memorandum of agreement or understanding. I mean, there's something in there that says it could possibly be done. I know that you're shaking your head no.
But you said yes.
Well, I read the memorandum. So.
okay,
Could the AG give us an answer on that, an amendment for us right quick?
I think it takes it's a matter of checking with Homeland Security. They may say, no, the present memorandum is what we're going with, and I don't know what. I can't read their minds.
no, we've been working on this since 2018, when Chief Harjo was in.
Yeah, it was
And
when
then
Harjo was in.
we sent it to them, they sent it back, and so we got it approved by Homeland Security, this memorandum of agreement in 2021. And it is clearly for Native Americans.
You say that Chief Harjo is in, this is Chilco.
Well, when was it approved? 2018. 2021.
Part of this wasn't on there, because the original one does not have all this on the back of it. I still have those documents.
The memorandum was signed when Chief Chilcote was the chief. Okay, I did not sign that memorandum. Okay, we're going to move on. Any last questions? If not, Representative Petit.
I hope mine's brief, but you had mentioned a while ago perhaps putting the social security number on this card. Since it already has the tribal membership card, already has our date of birth on it and our address, I would highly recommend that we don't put that social security number on that card either.
It's optional. Some elders want it on there because that's what they use for ID.
Okay.
But we don't put them on there unless somebody asks for it to be put on.
Okay, you've answered my question. Thank you.
Okay, Representative Fulbright. Representative Pittman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you. But I wanted to make sure you explained the reasoning for the limitation that we talked about in the Finance Committee.
Yes, we went all through that. I know you just
Right.
arrived,
But
and we spent a good 15 minutes on that.
Well, you said it was because of the problem with the natives on the border? We talked about that. So I wanted to make sure, because you said it was for natives only, and I, apologize for asking this question again. Did we come up with a legal definition from our Attorney General what the difference between membership and citizenship was? We don't have that?
Membership, tribal member is by blood. Freedman citizen is no Indian blood. No proven Indian blood. So that's the difference between our two cards.
Okay, so what does the treaty allow us to do? What does the 1866 treaty allow us to do when it says that freedmen are entitled to all of the benefits and services?
Well, I can't answer that. That's not with tribal enrollment.
I know, but I'm saying the tribal enrollment office.
Without due respect, Ms.
Yeah.
Pittman, the treaty has nothing to say with benefits and services in it.
Okay, what does it say?
It talks about protection under the law, which is basically civil rights and protection under the law and it uses two terms, citizen and members, interchangeably within the 1866 treaty. With other four tribes, it doesn't necessarily spell it out that way.
Okay.
But with the Seminole Treaty, it allows us. So we don't want to get,
Right.
There's a question at hand, and you asked an original question, and we did go over that before that you arrived.
Okay.
So we're at the original motion in a second, and
I have one more
Secretary.
question, Mr. Chairman. Have you not received the letter that was dated in 2003 that answers that question?
That is the one that he passed out?
No, it's a different.
No, she's talking about the Jeanette Hanna letter that was written around 2003, and basically, without having to go through a long,
I won't go
a
through
long
it.
thing. What's going on? When I went to Haskell many years ago, you had to be 1/4 Indian by blood to even go to Haskell. Okay, there was some issues at the Bureau of Indian Affairs, right?
Okay.
With some tribal people that was less than 1/4 Indian blood, that they wanted to be able to take care of and go to tribal schools. Sippy, Haskell, any of the other tribal schools. And there began to be a change in the terminology of a definition of an Indian, okay? And I think that's what you're referring to. But that doesn't have anything to do with the Seminole Treaty nor the Seminole Constitution at this point.
I'll provide a copy of the letter for the Attorney General and for the General Counsel Secretary so that if anybody wants to have a copy of it.
I'm well versed with that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
CIA, we're talking about the Department of Homeland Security. So it's two different agents.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
That's what I wanted to clarify.
Okay, we're going to go back to the original motion in a second, and then I'm going to call the roll. Secretary, call the roll for this question. This is TR 2024-26.
Deanna Sampson. No. Anthony Conley.
No.
John Narcome.
Yes.
Rena Tiger.
Yes.
Anastasia Pittman.
No?
Ida Gonzalez.
Yes.
Nancy Pixico.
Yes.
Leon Petit.
Yes.
Joseph Billy.
Yes.
Karen Fulbright.
Yes.
Ann Borba.
Yes.
Stephanie Lambert.
Yes.
Sina Yesley.
Yes.
Lottie Cootie.
Yes.
Henson Lena.
Yes.
David Brink.
No.
Tiffany Thunder.
Yes.
Wayne Shaw.
Yes.
Catherine McCoy.
Yes.
Charlie Hill.
Yes.
Tommy Chupko.
Yes.
Danita Harjo.
Yes.
Willis Dethridge.
Yes.
Desiree Emerton.
Yes.
I have 20 yeses, 4 noes, 0 abstains.
With a count of 20 yes, 4 no, 0 abstentions, I declare TR 2024-26 to have passed. And just for information, Representative Pittman, the Freedmen citizens will have a new card when that time comes, just as the members by blood. The enhanced card is a whole different thing, under different provisions of Homeland Security. And that's as far as we're going to go with that. TR 2024-27. Representative Lambert.
A tribal resolution of the General Council of the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma authorizing the Seminole Nation Public Transit
the ability to use 5 acres of property commonly referred to as a village property for the purpose of implementing Phase 2 of the Transit Facility Plan and constructing the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma Department of Transportation Visitor Center and Transit Plaza with funding secured from the Reconnecting Communities and Neighborhood Program Grant. I make a motion to approve and ask for a second.
Second.
There's a motion to approve by Representative Lambert, seconded by Representative Getzleth. We're in discussion on TR 2024-27. Okay, no discussion. TR 24-27, Secretary, call the roll.
No.
Anthony Conley,
No.
John Narkemy,
Yes.
Rena Tiger,
Yes.
Anastasia Pittman,
No.
Ida Gonzalez,
Yes.
Nancy Fixico, Leon Petit,
No.
Joseph Billy. No. Karen Fulbright. Yes. Ann Borba. Yes. Stephanie Lambert.
Yes.
Sina Yesda.
Yes.
Lottie Cootie.
Yes.
Henson Lena.
Yes.
David Frank.
Yes.
Tiffany Thunder.
Yes.
Wayne Shaw.
Yes.
Catherine McCoy.
No.
Charlie Hill.
No.
Tommy Chucko.
No.
Danita Harjo.
No.
Willis Dethridge.
Yes.
Desiree Emerton.
Yes.
I have 14 yeses, 9 noes, 0 abstain.
With a count of 14 yes, 9 noes, and 0 abstentions, I declare TR 2024-27 to have passed. We want to congratulate the Transit and Transportation Department for receiving the indication of literally $24 million. About a month ago, we got that word that it's going to be able to assist us in building this transit hub and additional facilities there. And for some of you that may not realize is that it's not the frontage property, okay? It's not the frontage property at this point. It's the third and fourth tier, which sets back a little bit. But it's going to be a great facility when it's finalized and finished. And we ought to feel that's the largest grant ever granted to the Seminole Nation and the history of the Seminole Nation. So congratulations, Transit and Transportation Department, for going after that grant. And we are acquiring many grants that is up in the millions that at times have not been seen, by the Seminole Nation. But we got a pretty good set of grant writers that's assisting us in going after some of these. TR 2024-28.
Chair Mikuji, TR 2024-28 and TR 2024/29. The resolution is incorrect, the terms and seating listings. Therefore, we make a motion to rescind to allow the director to submit nominees with construction experience and ask for a second.
Are these for Taro?
Yes.
I'm not sure exactly what you're saying, Representative Lena. Oh, the expiration of the terms are incorrect?
Yes, that's what it said.
Can you amend them now?
I think probably a proper motion would be, and we have Representative Sampson that is actually sponsoring this. So the proper protocol would be to withdraw it or ask for a correction. And it wouldn't be the director that nominates. Director does not nominate committees, boards, and commissions in the Seminole Nation. And she hasn't spoken to me as the principal chief on any of this, actually. Representative Pittman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to make the motion to amend TR 2024-28. I don't know if she's the sponsor of 29, but his recommendation was to put them together. So I'd like to offer a friendly amendment to TR 2024-2029 also, because of his recommendation, is to make the corrections for the expiration dates on both resolutions.
I think he also had inclination to try to get the director to give at least possible suggestions for nominations. Is that what that was, Mr. Representative Lena? And okay, we got a friendly amendment for those things. Do we have a second to that? Do we have a second to that? Okay. So we're back to the original resolution, and even though it didn't get a second to do TR 2024-27-28 together with those amendments, that amendment would have to only be on TR 2024-27, and then
28 and 29.
yeah, 28, because there was no second to do them together. Okay, so we still have to address them singularly.
Oh, you didn't have a second on your recommendation? Okay.
No.
Okay. Well then, do I need to amend the motion so that?
Just as I said, they should be addressed singularly.
Okay. Then, Mr. Chairman, I would like to make the motion to amend. First, I'd like to withdraw the first friendly amendment that included both resolutions. And then I'd like to make the friendly amendment, if the author would accept, for TR 2024-2028 to be corrected and amended at this time.
Okay, there's been a friendly amendment for TR 2024-28. That is to correct the expiration of terms. And there's been an acceptance, both of the friendly and those amendments, TR 2024-28. Correct. And AG, the correction would read, let me see. Well, explain. I think what happened, we had some periods of time, especially when COVID hit, that there was some interruptions in appointing committees in a proper manner as far as terms were concerned. And
I did.
Is it because it doesn't go back to January 1st?
what was the concern with that?
I can't go back in time.
Yeah. Explain it so that I can understand under the letter of the
I would
law.
like, if I can ask, why is the resolution incorrect? Because I literally don't understand. And maybe it's tribal custom to backdate them or something, I don't understand. Why is the resolution incorrect? I don't understand. I'm sorry, someone just tell me.
That motion failed. It's no longer on the floor. There was no second for that motion to be
Okay, so we're
incorrect.
not even talking about why they're incorrect.
No, ma'am. But you can still ask that question to the chief.
No. Your friendly amendment was to correct. Your
Okay.
friendly amendment was to correct.
It was,
And then the friendly amendment was accepted by another individual on this council. So she is correct to be able to try to explain so that the council can have clarity on this. Yeah.
I have the terms expired of Danita Harjo expired 12/31/22 and Anthony Conley expired 12/31/23. They are holdovers. They're being reappointed. And I can't go back in time, so the resolutions were dated today. If that is not the custom and historical practice, then tell me and I'll correct them with a friendly amendment, but I don't know what else to do. I am sorry if I messed that up. Yes?
Well, we got a motion and a second and a friendly amendment and a second on the friendly amendment to correct it. So that's already on the floor, AG.
Mr. Chairman, I'll withdraw those motions if there's no correction necessary. Because that's all we can do.
Okay, there's so many things happened, I don't know where we are, so I'm sorry.
No, I don't even think you owe an apology.
Representative Petit, I recognize you to have the floor.
Okay, Chair, if I understand correctly, that we received an email or something, I guess, that stated that their expiration dates were backwards or something on those two, was what I understood. And it was just the dates. Now, I haven't went back to look at what the...
Okay, if you mean one should have been in the place of the other.
So
Yeah.
Mr. Conley should have been 2022 and Ms. Harjo should have been 2023. Is that what's wrong? No?
You'll have to ask them.
Representative Conley is saying no, and it's his. This is what I received.
Yeah, this is an ongoing record. This is the official records of the council secretary. It's not her. This has been in there even prior to the present council secretary coming aboard as our council secretary. So there's a running expiration date. So if there's needs to be a correction, we can correct it, but...
Right, it's an honest mistake. If it's wrong, I apologize.
Okay, we're back to the original motion. She withdrew the friendly amendments. So we're back to the original motion for 28.
No. If we didn't need the correction, I'm willing to withdraw it. If we're gonna correct it, I'll leave it
Okay.
there. But if you want me to actually make the motion to withdraw it, I will. Because I can do that and we'll move to 2028.
Well, I thought you said, earlier you withdrew it.
I thought we were giving her the discussion of the explanation.
I know, but what you say is what I have to go by, not what you think. Representative Lambert?
Okay.
Back to the original question that Cena asked, who made the motion to approve
Representative Pittman and Sampson, I believe. Is
I
that
thought they
correct?
made motions to approve friendly amendments.
Yeah, same people.
There was no second.
So there was no, how
Yes,
did we
there
get it on the
was.
floor?
I can't hear you.
How did we get it on the floor in the first place? Who made the motion to approve?
There was a motion by both Dozer Barkis and Bruner.
Yeah, but their motions were for amendments. They weren't for the approval of the original. There was no motion to approve. And it's no second. So, yeah, I make a motion to approve the resolution as it is.
Motion to approve TR 2024-28 as is. Council Secretary is what
I second.
Representative Lambert's bringing up. Is that what you have written?
I have Leetta, Representative Sampson making a motion to approve it.
Yes, and then seconded by Dozer Barkis?
Yeah.
That's what I recall as the chair.
Well then, as it is,
Yes, I think sometimes it's hard to hear and maybe people, and the council secretary has it recorded, so she heard it that way, Mixickiban. All right. Are you withdrawing those amendments? The amendments, friendly amendments?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. I will
Okay,
draw the
this
friendly
is in
amendments.
its original context, okay? TR 2024-28. Secretary, call the roll.
Leetta Simpson. Anthony Conley. John Narkemy.
Yes.
Rena Tiger.
Yes.
Anastasia Pittman.
Yes?
Ida Gonzalez.
No.
Nancy Fixico.
No.
Leon Petit.
Yes.
Joseph Billy. Karen Fulbright.
No.
Ann Borba.
No.
Stephanie Lambert.
Yes.
Sina Yeslith.
Yes.
Lottie Cootie. Henson Lena.
No.
David Frank.
Yes.
Tiffany Thunder.
Abstain.
Wayne Shaw.
Abstain.
Catherine McCoy.
Yes.
Charlie Hill.
Yes.
Tommy Chupko.
No.
Danita Harjo.
Yes.
Willis Dethridge.
No.
Desiree Emerton.
No.
I have 13 yeses, 8 noes, 3 abstain.
With a count of 13 yes, 8 noes, and 3 abstentions, I declare TR 2024-28 to have passed. Now we're on TR 2024-29. Representative Chupko.
A tribal resolution of the General Council of the Seminole Nation, Oklahoma, reappointing Donita Halata Harjo to the Seminole Nation Employment Rights Commission. I'll make that a motion.
Is there a second? There's a motion made by Representative Chupko, seconded by Representative Pittman. Secretary, if there's no discussion, no questions, Secretary, call the roll.
Leetta Sampson.
Yes.
Anthony Conley.
Yes.
John Narkemy.
Yes.
Marina Tiger.
Yes.
Anastasia Pittman.
Yes?
Ida Gonzalez.
No.
Nancy Fixico.
No.
Leon Petit.
Yes.
Joseph Billy. Karen Fulbright.
Yes.
Ann Borba.
Yes.
Stephanie Lambert.
Yes.
Sina Yeslith.
Yes.
Lottie Cootie.
Yes.
Henson Lena.
No.
David Frank.
Is this the nomination for Dan Factor?
No.
Now, this is nomination for Danita Holata to the Terrell.
Oh, yes.
Tiffany Thunder.
Abstain.
Wayne Shaw.
Abstain.
Catherine McCoy.
Yes.
Charlie Hill.
Yes.
Tommy Tupko.
Yes.
Danita Harjo.
Yes.
Willis Dethridge.
No.
Desiree Emerton.
No.
I have 16 yeses, 5 noes, 3 abstain.
With a count of 16 yes, 5 noes, and 3 abstentions, I declare TR 2024-29 to have passed. TR 2024-30, Representative Yeslith.
TR 2024-30, a tribal resolution of the General Council of the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma reappointing Dan Factor to the Seminole Nation Housing Authority Board. I make that motion and ask for a second.
Second.
We have a motion by Representative Yeslith, second by Representative Lambert. This is stump the chairman night, I think. But anyway, I seen Representative Petit's hand, so we have a motion and a second on the floor. Representative Petit, what was you doing?
I was just going to second.
Oh, you was going to second that? Okay. We're in discussion. No discussion. There's a motion and a second. TR 2024-30. This is Dan Factor reappointed to the Seminole Nation Housing Board. Secretary?
Leetta Sampson? Yes. Anthony Conley?
Yes.
John Narkemy?
Yes.
Rena Tiger?
Yes.
Anastasia Pittman?
Yes.
Ida Gonzalez?
Yes.
Nancy Fixico?
Yes.
Leon Petit?
Yes.
Joseph Billy?
No.
Karen Fulbright?
Yes.
Ann Borba?
Yes.
Stephanie Lambert?
Yes.
Sina Yeslith?
Yes.
Lottie Cootie? Yes. Ensign Lena?
Yes.
David Brink?
Yes.
Tiffany Thunder?
No.
Wayne Shaw?
No.
Catherine McCoy?
No.
Charlie Hill?
No.
Tommy Chupko?
Yes.
Danita Harjo?
Yes.
Willis Dethridge?
Yes.
Desiree Emerton?
Yes.
I have 19 yeses, 5 noes, 0 abstain.
With a count of 19 yes, 5 noes, and 0 abstentions, I declare TR 2024-30 to have passed. TR 2024-31, Representative Yesleth.
TR 2024-31 is a tribal resolution of the General Council of the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma reappointing Lisa Cobb to the Seminole Nation Housing Authority Board. I make that motion and ask for a second.
Second.
We have a motion by Representative Yesleth and a second by Representative Lambert. This is appointment to the housing, reappointment of the Housing Board of Lisa Cobb, Lisa Fish Cobb, TR 2024-31. Representative Cootie. Did we have members on that board? All the terms, they were expiring. But on that particular board, they continue on until they are succeeded by an appointment. Yes, on that particular commission. So we're back to the original resolution, TR 2024-31. Secretary?
Leetta Sampson?
No.
Anthony Conley?
No.
John Narkemy?
Yes.
Rena Tiger?
Yes.
Anastasia Pittman?
Yes.
Ida Gonzalez?
Yes.
Nancy Fixico?
Yes.
Leon Petit?
Yes.
Joseph Billy?
No.
Karen Fulbright?
Yes.
Ann Borba?
Yes.
Stephanie Lambert?
Yes.
Sina Yeslith?
Yes.
Lottie Cootie? Ensign Lena?
Yes.
David Frank?
Yes.
Tiffany Thunder?
No.
Wayne Shaw?
No.
Catherine McCoy?
No.
Charlie Hill?
No.
Tommy Chupko?
Yes.
Danita Harjo?
Yes.
Willis Dethridge?
No.
Desiree Emerton?
No.
I have 15 yeses, 9 noes, 0 abstain.
With a count of 15 yes and 9 noes and 0 abstentions, I declare TR 2024-31 to have passed. TR 2024-32, Representative Harjo.
A tribal resolution of the General Council of the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma appointing Alexandria Stokes to the Seminole Nation Housing Authority Board. I make a motion and ask for a second.
Second.
There's a motion by Representative Harjo, second by Representative Chupko. We're in discussion. Representative McCoy.
Is Alexandria here this evening? Alexandria Stokes.
I don't know that she's here. Ms. Stokes, are you here and present in the gallery? Yeah, she was here the last time we addressed this, and they waited like 2.5, 3 hours, I think. And,
Okay, nope,
and,
okay.
and, and,
Middle,
and we, but she's not here now. Okay. Secretary, this is for Alexander Stokes. For some of you that don't know her, she's the secretary for the revision committee. She's a part of the Tom Palmer Band, member of the Tom Palmer Band. TR 2024-32. Council Secretary.
Leetta Sampson,
No.
Anthony Conley,
No.
John Narkemy,
Yes.
Rena Tiger,
Yes.
Anastasia Pittman,
Yes.
Ida Gonzalez,
Yes.
Nancy Fixico,
Yes.
Leon Petit,
Yes.
Joseph Billy. Karen Fulbright,
Yes.
Ann Borba,
Yes.
Stephanie Lambert,
Yes.
Sina Yeslith,
Yes.
Lottie Cootie. Henson Lena,
Yes.
David Frank,
Yes.
Tiffany Thunder,
Yes.
Wayne Shaw,
Yes.
Catherine McCoy,
Abstain.
Charlie Hill,
Abstain.
Tommy Chupko,
Yes.
Janita Harjo,
Yes.
Willis Dethridge, Desiree Emerton.
Yes.
I have 19 yeses, 3 noes, 2 abstain.
With a count of 19 yes, 3 noes, and 2 abstentions, I declare TR 2024-32 to have passed. TR 2024-33, Representative Emerton.
A tribal resolution of the General Council of the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma appointing Monique Harris to the Seminole Nation Housing Authority Board.
We got a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion by Representative Emerton and seconded by Representative Dethridge. We're in discussion. Representative McCoy.
Is Monique here?
Yes, Miss Monique is here. Ms. Harris is here. You might check the switch on that mic to make sure that it's switched on. She is here.
I just wanted to know if she was here. I'm gonna yield the floor.
Okay, any questions by anyone? Representative Thunder.
Hey, Monique, nice to see you. I just have one quick question. What made you decide to apply for Housing Authority Board?
Well, I took my council in December, and I will off the stage next Friday. So as a new graduate, I decided that I was ready to serve my nation. And when I approached Chief about an opportunity to get on the board, this is what he recommended. This is where I'm starting at as my NACO certification.
Okay, but if,
Representative Dethridge.
Ms. Harris, I understand that some of the board members that have just recently been reappointed are refusing to go and get any kind of training or call a meeting, so it's a little bit dysfunctional over there. So can you tell me, if you are appointed as a housing authority person, will you be receptive to going to training and learning as much as you can about the process at the housing authority?
Absolutely.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, this is TR 2024-33. Secretary, call the roll.
Leetta Sampson,
Yes.
Anthony Conley,
Yes.
John Narkemy,
Yes.
Rena Tiger,
yes.
Anastasia Pittman,
Yes.
Ida Gonzalez,
No.
Nancy Fixico,
No.
Leon Petit,
No.
Joseph Billy,
Yes.
Karen Fulbright,
Yes.
Ann Borba,
Yes.
Stephanie Lambert,
No.
Sina Yeslith,
No.
Lottie Cootie,
Yes.
Henson Lena,
Yes.
David Frank,
No.
Tiffany Thunder,
No.
Wayne Shaw,
No.
Catherine McCoy,
No.
Charlie Hill,
No.
Tommy Chupko,
Yes.
Danita Harjo,
Yes.
Willis Dethridge,
Yes.
Desiree Emerton.
Yes.
I have 14 yeses, 10 noes, 0 abstain.
With a count of 14 yes, 10 no, and 0 abstentions, I declare TR 2024-33 to have passed. TR 2024-34, Representative Yesleth.
TR 2024-34, a tribal resolution of the General Council of the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma reappointing Fanny Harjo to the Seminole Nation Housing Authority Board. I make that motion and ask for a second.
Second.
There's a motion by Representative Yesleth, second by Representative Harjo. We're in discussion. Representative Cootie.
Did anyone ask her or would it be all right to nominate her?
Yes.
Sometimes she has health issues.
Yes.
Yes. The answer is yes. And she is the tenant, and there's a requirement for a tenant to be on this board of the Housing Authority. Representative Dethridge.
Some of the same concerns I had that I asked Ms. Harris a little bit ago is, again, I understand that there are representatives that are serving on the Housing Authority that are refusing to go to any kind of training, call a meeting, this or that kind of deal. So I encourage this administration, if this lady's put on board, that she get all the training that she possibly can, be an effective leader and a representative for the Seminole Nation Housing Authority.
Okay, this is the second time that you made mention of that. I will say that I know there's some differences with Ms. Cobb. Ms. Cobb, has her master's degree, went to training early on. Dan Factor's a former assistant chief of the Seminole Nation, and oversaw housing during his tenure as the assistant chief. And also Fanny Harjo, if you remember right, it was a tie years ago when she got onto the Housing Commission, and I asked her, Ms. Harjo, are you going to support the wellness and well-being of the Seminole members as a housing commissioner? Her answer was yes. She had, I can't even imagine how many decades of housing experience, training as an executive director. So sometimes if you're a professional football player, or if you're a professional in some areas, you got to always hone your skills and keep them sharp. And I think that's where you get to. Is always there's possible new things. So yes, I will recommend to the board and the chairman that search out the things that are new in housing, new applications in the area of how to grow the program and the Housing Authority, and also look at new things, solar, different things, So those are the type of things I will encourage it. Thank you for that comment, Representative Dethridge. Representative Yesleth.
I would just like to make a point of clarification. There has been no refusing of training and or no of calling of meetings. Meetings are held monthly. So I'm not sure I'm not sure understanding where Ms. Cobb got that from or why she's telling others that there's been refusing of meeting or trainings within the board.
Okay, I do want to acknowledge the service of Representative Yesleth for many, many years. Also the representative for the commission, the Housing Commission, Representative Yerby. As we all recall, they were also nominated, but they did not get reappointed months and months and months ago. So I do want to commend them on their service, though, and their commitment to that commission over the years. We had Representative Borba, then we had Representative Lena, and so if it's to adjourn, we're going to go to Representative Lena.
Yes, thank you, Chair. You mentioned that someone on this board has to be attendant. Okay, is there anyone that we have previously placed on the board that is a tenant?
Yes, Ms. Harjo is a tenant.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes, that's a requirement.
Was it me?
Representative Lena, you have the floor.
Yes, thank you, Madhu. I think Mr. Dethridge has a good idea on sending our committee to some kind of training because, I'm a tenant also. We spend You know, we pay a lot for our new homes, and we like to see them, someone oversee it, make sure that we're getting what we're paying for. And as I walk around my home in the attic, you could tell, you know, it's really not real. It's not real put together very good. And I used to roof $1 million homes, and I used to work on, different housing projects. So I kind of look around a little bit after these homes were built. So I think that it's a good idea to send someone to some sort of training to oversee these guys that are building our homes and our roads. Thank you.
I'll attend some of the housing meetings in the future and observe their meetings and see how things are going. Let's just go ahead. That's the end of the agenda. Representative Yesleth, and then that's the end of the agenda for this evening.
As far as trainings, they are trainings for speed hall and learning as Board of Commissioners and how other tribes in the nations and other states do theirs. The main problem we have is tenants not wanting to follow program policies, and the main problem we also have is as a board and as employees, we are lenient with our people and try to work with them. As the chief knows, he constantly reaches out to us as well, and we do work with our people. We try not to evict and do anything we can to better homes and whatnot, but at the same time, our tenants, we do have a lot of issues with our tenants of not keeping up their homes and or paying rent.
Let's stop the conversation on housing right there. Don't really want to open it up for rebuttals and debates, but I'm respecting the positions you hold representing your bands. Representative Pittman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just at the end of the agenda, I just wanted to make sure that we continue to pray for Representative Terry Edwards. He's still recovering.
Thank you, Representative Pittman. That's the end of the agenda. What?
Secretary called the roll.
What is this now? Oh, on Representative Fanny Harjo. Woo, okay. What? Okay, well, with all the debate and rebuttal. Okay, Secretary, call the roll. This is for Representative Fanny Harjo to retain her seat as a tenant.
Leanna Sampson. No. Anthony Conley. No. Anthony Conley. John Narkemy.
Yes.
Rena Tiger.
Yes.
Anastasia Pittman.
Yes.
Ida Gonzalez.
No.
Nancy Fixico.
No.
Leon Petit.
Yes.
Joseph Philly.
No.
Karen Fulbright.
No.
Ann Borba.
No.
Stephanie Lambert.
No.
Sina Yesleth.
No.
Lottie Cootie.
Yes.
Henson Lena.
No.
David Frank.
Yes.
Tiffany Thunder.
Yes.
Wayne Shaw.
Yes.
Catherine McCoy.
Yes.
Charlie Hill.
Yes.
Tommy Chupko.
Yes.
Danita Harjo.
Yes.
Willis Dethridge.
No.
Desiree Emerton.
No.
I have 12 yeses, 12 noes, 0 abstain.
Chairman votes yes. She was my nomination. Obviously, I'm going to support her. Same scenario of last time. It was tied. Chairman broke the tie. Okay. Now we're at the end of the agenda.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion to adjourn. Do you have an announcement? Yeah, just
May I ask
send
that
us an email.
Send you an email.
We got a motion to adjourn and a
I had
second.
my hand up before she said it. You wouldn't look up.
Okay, Representative McCoy, and the reason I'm doing this is because Representative Franks does have an announcement for the conclusion of this council meeting, okay? And he did make me aware of that earlier. So Representative McCoy, what is your request?
I'm requesting that at the quarterly meeting, I would like the members of the Princess Committee, all of the members of the Princess Committee to be present.
Okay. Representative Franks, and then remember this is an announcement.
Yes, I'd like to give my verbal notification that I am resigning as a general counsel representative immediately.
Yes, and usually that's tacked up with your band, but it'll be placed, at least acknowledgement, it's public, here that Representative Franks is resigning from his position on the tribal council for the Ocheesee band. So we're going to go back to the original adjourn motions, and we will, there's no debate on adjourning. There's no debate on adjourning. Those were the two that we were addressing. Do you have an announcement, Representative Hill?
Yes, I do. Yeah. The announcement is that lady next to you on your left would be a council secretary. She told me that I was supposed to stand up and speak to this mic here after somebody put something on the screen. Am I right or wrong?
I don't even know what you're talking about,
But she will
Representative
tell you
Hill.
you will.
The veteran.
Oh, is he here?
No, you made him do a video.
Yeah, is he
a
here?
two-minute video.
Is
Yeah,
he
it's
here?
here, it's here.
And he has it in there?
Yeah, yeah.
Now you know.
Okay, yes, he couldn't make it. His wife is expecting, and he has to help with the existing children. We're going to watch this thing quickly, and then we're going to adjourn. We won't forget to pray. We won't forget to pray. Do you have that video, sir?
Yeah.
Play that. What's that being commercial?
Hello,
Play
I'm
that
Eric
footage.
Foster. I'm the new Veteran Service Officer for the Veterans Center. I just want to tell y'all about our Veteran
Turn it up,
Job
please.
and Resource Fair coming up on
You might have to start it
Thursday,
over.
May
We don't have no
9th,
volume.
10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So we're going to have a plethora of employers there for veterans and really anybody who wants to come by. So if you need to know somebody. Hello, I'm Eric Foster. I'm the new Veteran Service Officer for the Veterans Center. I just want to tell y'all about our Veteran Job and Resource Fair coming up on Thursday, May 9th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So we're going to have a plethora of employers there for veterans and really anybody who wants to come by. So if you need to know somebody who needs a job, just want to come by, have a resume with them. And you never know. I've been to some of these before, and people have been hired on the spot. So please let all your people know about that. For our veterans, there's going to be a plethora of services. We're going to have the Oklahoma Department of Veteran Affairs. We're going to have the Veteran Benefits Administration there. What I'm really excited about is we're going to have the Veteran Affairs Mobile Medical Unit out of Lawton, Oklahoma. It's a 45-foot RV. They're going to be here. Oklahoma Indian Law is going to be here with their RV. And just a lot of people is going to be here for claims. If you know a veteran or are a veteran who wants to file a claim or check on claims, we're going to have veteran service officers here for that. So it's going to be a wonderful event. And tell all your people to come out and support this. And there's just going to be so many people there to help all of our veterans and really anybody who's looking for a job. And they're more than welcome to come. But thank you, and thank you again for all your support.
Okay. I'll close this in prayer and we'll be adjourned. Our gracious Heavenly Father, Lord, we do thank you for this day that you've given to us, the many blessings that you have bestowed upon us. We ask you, Lord, to grant everyone traveling mercies to their place of abode. We thank you for the gathering of the General Council, and thank you for our members who direct the council in the manner and the way in which they should vote on any particular item. Lord, we just give you honor and we give you glory. In thy name we do pray. Amen. We are adjourned.